How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, creator and founder of the Hardgainer Academy. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the leg press. I get these questions about different types of exercises and are they really effective for hard gainers? So the first thing I want to get out the way, yes, the leg press will help you build muscle. It is a compound exercise for your legs. Is it better than squats? No. But as far as getting overall muscle gains, again, it is pretty solid. So the first thing I want to talk about is some tips. So the first tip is keep your lower back on the pad, please. I see in the gym all the time the lower back just coming off the pad. This is not good. You're putting stress on your lower back and it's just not necessary. Another thing is keep your upper back and your head on the pad. Again, I'm a culprit for this myself. Sometimes I do take my head off the pad, but I do make sure to keep my upper back on the pad. And as far as your feet positioning, this is very important. We all have different mobilities in regards to our ankles and also depending on what our hip anatomy is. Whether you have wide hips, you got narrow hips, or whether you got stiff ankles or loose ankles, right? You have to keep caution because depending on what your foot positioning is on the apparatus, then there's a chance where, it could ruin the entire form throughout the exercise and not keep the focus on the muscles that you're trying to work, right? So back to what I was saying about the lower back. A lot of times while the lower back comes off the pad, people put their feet too high. Maybe you might want to try putting your feet lower. Another thing is sometimes people put their feet too wide and then you end up doing it wide and you don't get the proper range of motion. I like to have quite just a regular, narrow, normal type of a stance. I don't go outside of normal, to be honest. I feel it a lot more in the outside of my quads. So here's a little bit of a technique that I do myself to feel it in different areas. So when I kind of push off the balls of my feet, I tend to feel it a lot more in my quads. When I push off the back of my heels, I feel it a lot more in my glutes and in my hamstrings. So this is a little hack that I love to do to kind of get a lot more out of the exercise. So of course, why is it different from squats? So from everything that I'm saying, it sounds quite effective. Well, as far as strengthening your overall posterior chain, you're laying down and you're being tucked into a seat while you're just using your legs. That is the difference. Squats transfer over into athletic performance and to everyday functional tasks that we do. So that's what makes the two different and makes the squat more superior. So another point that I want to kind of touch on before I end this video, when it comes to the leg press, you still have to use progressive overload principles. You have to concentrate on getting better with each workout, every other workout, or you're gradually increasing the weight over time, right? So what I like to do, I tend to go for a rep range of around 12 to 15. I usually move up at 12, but if you want to go up to 15, that is fine as well. And if you're doing the leg press, should you ignore doing any other leg exercises? No, you should not. If you're doing the leg press, then see if you can try to maybe get in some lunges. Maybe you can try to get in some stiff legs, maybe some step ups if you don't feel comfortable doing the squat. So if you are going to use the leg press, hey, go ahead and use it. But just make sure there are some positives and there are some negatives, and you make sure you have workouts in your program that'll help cover up those negatives. So I hope you found this video informative, and you know how we do. Hardgainers! Salute! Peace out.